Okay, so welcome to this next video in which we are discussing the two-pore-domain potassium channels. Okay, so we're still in the process of discussing the different names for the two-pore-domain potassium channel subunits. Okay, so firstly we had K2P 3.1 as our first task protein. Okay, so task 1, or TWIC-related acid-sensitive potassium channel 1, is K2P 3.1 or KCNK3. Okay, next up, the task 2 is going to go to the K2P 5.1. So K2P 5.1 is going to be called task 2. Task 3 goes to K2P 9.1 here. Okay, so this one is task 3. And then task 5 goes to K2P 15.1. So this is task 5 over here. There is no task 4. Okay, so those are all the TWIC-related acid-sensitive potassium channels. Okay, so let's move on to the next silly name then. The next one is THIC then. Okay, and THIC stands for the tandem pore domain halophane inhibited potassium channels. Okay, so T this time doesn't stand for TWIC related, instead it has the full thing within it. It's tandem pore domain halophane inhibited potassium channels. Okay, so halophane is a gas used as a general anesthetic. Okay, and the mechanism of halophane, there are many proposed mechanisms for how halophane actually produces unconsciousness, but some people believe that it works by targeting these thick channels. Okay, so tandem pore domain halophane inhibited potassium channel. Okay, now there are two thick channels, and we've already seen them because we already listed the ones which were halophane inhibited here in pink. Okay, so K2P 12.1 is called thick 2. Okay, and then K2P 13.1 is then called thick 1. Okay, so those are the names for those two-pore domain potassium channel subunits. Okay, so the next other name that's used is the name TORC. Okay, and TORC this time stands for TWIC-related alkaline pH activated potassium channel. Okay, so the T stands for TWIC-related, and the AL stands for alkaline pH activated, so it stands for alkaline basically. So these are the TWIC-related alkaline pH activated, and then the K is then for potassium channel. Okay, so these are the TORCs. So which of our K2P channels are considered TORCs then? Okay, well basically it's number 16 and number 17, okay, which I'm going to struggle to put their other names in here. So these were the alkaline activated ones. Okay, so we have the TWIC-related alkaline pH activated potassium channel 1, TORC 1 is the K2P 16.1, and then we have TORC 2, which is the K2P 17.1. Okay, then we're going to next go to the naming of K2P 18.1, and then we'll finally go to the naming of K2P 4.1. K2P 7.1 doesn't have an alternative name. Okay, so K2P 18.1 then is known as the TWIC-related spinal cord potassium channel, and for short this is called TRESK, TRESK. Okay, and this stands for TWIC-related, so this time the T stands for TWIC, then the RE stands for related, and then the S stands for spinal cord, and then it's the spinal cord potassium channel. Okay, right, so that's what TRESK is short for. Okay, and K2P 18.1 then is called TRESK1. Okay, right. Then finally we just have to discuss the naming of K2P 4.1. K2P 4.1 is known as TRAC. Okay, so TRAC. AAK, like so, with no number after it. Okay, and TRAC stands for Twick-related arachidonic acid stimulated channel. Okay, so this is the final name, which is TRAC, like so, which stands for Twick-related. So the T is for Twick, the R is then for related, the AA is for arachidonic acid stimulated. Okay, and then the K, as always, is for potassium channel. Okay, so that now concludes our discussion of the two-pore domain potassium channels.